everybody? It's your boy Dre Diddy in the building. Here with my boy Hub, my nigga B Allen. So this is the first episode of the Culture Brand Podcast. So we're gonna kick this thing off right. So Hub, pretty much just tell everybody about the brand, why you started it, and what's it about.
All right, so Culture Brand. I started the brand, or I started the idea of having a brand in like 2013. I came up with the idea I wanted to start a brand, and originally, I'm not gonna say what the name was, but I started a different brand, and we didn't really get too far with it. But so I didn't really have the money for it. I didn't have I wasn't in a good situation basically, so I just kept going to the library, using the equipment to come up with designs or figure out what I needed to do to start a brand. So when the time did come, when I did have money and was in a good spot to do it, I'd be ready. So I did that for like a year, 2 years really. I used to sit in my room and just draw designs. I can't even draw, but I used to sit in my room and draw stuff. But so that's how the idea came about. And then so I say maybe December 2016 is when I came up with Culture Brand and the idea for that. And before that, I had already reached out to Blair and said I wanted to start a brand. He was with it, but we didn't really make no real steps to do that until December of 2016. So that's when we started that. Took us like a half a year to get our first release. We did that, and after that we had to take a step back. We needed a lot of we had to do a lot of learning. It's a lot more learning than we originally planned. So took a step back. We bought our own cameras and bought our own heat press, and basically we wanted to do everything ourselves. We didn't want to have to go to middleman to get things done, because that's how we started off, and it was just a mess. So we took a step back to get everything right. So now it's going. But the meaning of culture is, by definition, culture means refined taste, manners, and education. Good education. So I looked up the word, because that was one of the hardest parts of starting a brand, was just finding out the things. So I mean, that means something that people can represent without questioning, like, why am I wearing this? Or, what I'm saying, what's the reason I'm supporting this? So I didn't want it to be something that was just had to do with me, because, if you don't support me, you're not going to support the brand. So I kind of wanted something in general. So, so I came up with the name, and then me and Blair got going, and so Blair, what were you thinking when I came to you about the idea of starting a brand up?
I was with it from the jump, man. I was already thinking about, in high school we all played sports. We all had a group, a brotherhood or something. But outside of that, once we got to college and stuff, and we wasn't really playing on sports no more, it's like, dang, what am I doing? Like, I got a job, but it's like I need to do more. So, Hub reached out with an idea, and I was like, well, man, if we got a game plan and we got everything we need, let's go ahead and make it work. So that's what we ended up doing, and now we here.
Most definitely. Like, for me, it was just seeing y'all starting on social media. And as a friend, I was impressed. You know what I mean? Like, everything looked professional. You guys covered a lot of ground in a short period of time. So for me, it's just me wanting not only to support a black business, but support my brothers, support my friends. Whether it was you need me to pass out something, hold something, whatever. Just trying to stick together and everything like that. So a lot of times when people see people got stuff going on, sometimes they might want to duplicate that, and it just adds to the competition. You know what I mean? But sometimes it's better just to help a brother out. Join hands.
And I'm not gonna lie, since you joined the team, man, we done made big steps going forward. Cause me and Blair, it was just our schedules was hard to work with. It was just hard, but having that third person really made a big difference. So I'm glad you did come to that, step up and join with us. So also, Culture Brand, we do clothes. That was the original vision that I had, was to do clothes, and then I came with another vision of starting a media company and putting out content. So this podcast is one of the first pieces of content that we put out, but we got a lot of different shows that we're gonna put out, little pieces, little segments that we're gonna be putting out. So Culture Brand is not just gonna be a clothing brand. It's gonna be it's a brand. So we're doing media. We're gonna be doing. We just had a party bus. We had a big party. Everybody came out for that. So that we're gonna talk about that in a second. But that was, so we're doing events. So it's gonna be more of a whole brand instead of just a clothing brand. So so to the party bus, man. Party bus just went down this past Friday. Lady, like I said, you didn't get on the bus, you missed out. Didn't come to the club, you missed out. It was a light show. We ain't planning on buying all the bottles, but hey, you only did it once.
Cross it off my bucket list, man. I was out there playing that role, man.
We went crazy, man. I still ain't looked at my account since Saturday, so I'm hoping it ain't too bad right now. But so what was the highlight of your night?
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. That shit was a blur, dog. I remember bits and pieces, and somebody start talking. I'm like, oh yeah, I do remember that. But, man, that shit was a blur, bro. I know I had a good time, and I wasn't too sloppy drunk to where I falling over.
I didn't drink no liquor in the club. I drink that champagne. I'm gonna stay away from the liquor while we in the club because we had so much hand on the bus. Like, the bus was rocking for a good 40 minutes before we even took off. Like a whole liter of hen was gone before we even took off to hit the road. Like Sean, shout out Sean. Sean was playing all the hits on the radio or on
DJ Walker.
He was playing all the hits before we even took off. I'm like, bro, chill. You gotta
easy set.
Wait, man, play some mellow stuff. Let us
shout out
to Sean. Hey, and he did that all off of YouTube. Like, no Apple Music, he had to cut the music down when it was the ads came on. And we ain't even, we ain't asked Sean to do that or nothing. He just did that. So shout out to Sean.
Yeah, most definitely. Probably the highlight of my night though was we was in the club. And anybody know me, I'm a cool laid back dude. I hate the dance type. Man, when Black Boy JB came on, I was feeling that shit. I ain't even care.
Video, bro.
I ain't even care, bro.
Like, bro, Dre was hitting that shit.
I was lit, bro.
Yeah, I actually tried to hit it. That was probably like the first time I was even somewhat close to doing that. I'm like, bro, this takes some coordination. That's what I told Dre. I'm like, bro, this gonna take some coordination to do. But
yeah, man, I just shout out to NX though. That's a real tight venue.
Appreciate that. They took care of us in there. It was a little confusion at the door, but we worked it all out. We had a nice booth in there.
Yeah, had a nice crowd, nice group of people. Wasn't no BS.
Yeah, wasn't no fighting. I don't even think it was. I didn't see a fight there the whole night.
The whole night.
And the bouncers wasn't on tip. A lot of places you go to the club, bouncers be instigating the fights down there. They so aggressive, but it was cool in there. So I fucks with the NX. It was a good time. It was a real good time. So switching gears, we're gonna talk about. We're just about to get into some current topics, things that's going on in the culture right now. So last night was a fight with Adrian Broner and Vargas. Did y'all see that?
Yep.
You saw the fight?
No, I seen the highlights. I didn't see the whole.
I didn't see the highlights. I just seen like the highlight of the night, really, which was when Adrian Broner got on the mic at the end.
Man,
they got to talking crazy.
He's talking extra.
What y'all think about that?
I fuck with AB, man, but sometimes he just don't be showing up. Like, he talk all that shit, fuck around, lose, don't be doing good outside of the ring. So it's like sometimes it's hard to back him up, but I fuck with him, man. That's my dog.
I ain't the biggest fan of Adrian Broner. No, I ain't gonna lie.
And you talk crazy. I mean,
first of all, you talking crazy, and you not that good. Like, you didn't take L's, bro. You
but
before crazy like that.
Before he started taking L's and shit, he was backing it up with no problem. He was the can, man.
I mean, maybe
that's as funny as
now he can take an L at any time.
It was a draw. I ain't really seen so many fights go in the draw either.
Yeah, I mean, they was Vargas wasn't going.
I ain't see the highlight, but
I like AB. It's just
to me, he don't look.
He's distracted too much.
To me, he's not a good look for black people though. Like,
if you do a bunch of talking.
I mean, he be saying ignorant stuff, and on a big stage. Though. You're not saying that. On YouTube or something. Like you go on pay-per-view in front of all these people. You saying racist stuff, ignorant stuff.
You insulting people that pay their money to watch you and this man fight. Like that was just too much.
I mean, it do build up his not fan base, but his I can't think of the word.
Mystique or whatever that is.
It builds up his character, like not his character, but him as a character.
Yeah.
To make people want to pay to watch his fight because they want to see him lose, but
exactly. At one point, he was kind of like supposed to be the next Floyd and stuff like that. And one thing I can say about Floyd, I know he sometimes has his issues with the domestic violence and talking junk, but for the most part, Floyd's pretty professional.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't get up there and talk crazy, disrespectful. There's a lot of times people disrespecting him, and he just come with his own defense. You know what I'm saying? Now he used to do a little too much with the money and the jewelry and everything like that, but
Man,
you know, he's a go. He's a go.
Where you come from, you get all that money. It's hard not to show it off. You know,
Mm-hmm.
especially you making all these good business decisions and money just steady growing and doing things that nobody's ever done before. So
Definitely.
I fucks with Floyd for sure.
Yeah, then we've been in the game 20 plus years. You never lost.
Yes.
Imagine what that does to your ego.
Bro, never took an L.
Never took an L.
That's why he gotta be the greatest athlete ever.
Gotta be. I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
You have no
Muhammad
bullshit
Ali.
record.
You know,
He
he
took
took
L's.
L's. He took L's.
He's just
He
legendary.
took different L's in rivalries too.
He's just
you know.
legendary though.
He's
but
legendary. Yeah,
Mayweather has never lost.
never lost.
I can't say that about no other athlete ever. And it ain't like he just 20, you know.
He was fighting the best
50
people.
fights.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fights.
Yeah.
50 fights.
And it was over 20, 25 years. Like that's crazy.
You came with gang killing.
Yeah, he came in the game
Yeah.
killing. He never fell off.
All right, so we done with the AB. What y'all think about? Did y'all hear about what happened in Philly at the Starbucks? That I just seen yesterday that I think I'm gonna say I don't know exactly what time it is, but say they went in there at 5:30.
It was like
5:35.
They already planned the call.
Yeah,
Made the call at 5:37. Or excuse me, 4:37.
So do y'all? I already know I don't mess with Starbucks. I don't drink coffee. I don't do nothing.
I'll be messing with
So I know Blair.
Yeah,
you like all of the macchiato type
Hey,
things.
I'm a
boycott?
Speedway macchiato coffee type guy.
I'm a kickstart type guy. I can't drink nothing warm.
I might slide into a Tim Hortons because their prices is cool.
But are you boycotting?
No, I'm not. I mean, I don't really do Starbucks like that no more. But I think it was messed up though. I feel like they just showed up for. How many people go to Starbucks to meet up with they people?
And I always believed that was part of their like business model was that this is free Wi-Fi. Come in here, we prefer you to at least get some tea or some coffee. Something.
And I don't know if this is a fact, but I think they did say we waiting on my mans to show up. So and then we go.
The white guy in the video was the guy that they were coming to meet.
Yeah, so it's like y'all gonna. We was here 2 minutes.
Did y'all see the other video about the dude that was trying to use the bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I see that.
The dude was trying to use the bathroom, and he was about to buy something, but he didn't get to that point yet. He was trying to use the bathroom first, and they told him he couldn't use the bathroom. And then it was a white dude that came out the bathroom. He asked him, did he buy something? He said, no, he didn't buy nothing.
Yeah.
So he was basically
What's
like,
up?
This is profiling. You know how that goes. We all done been there.
But he was in the bathroom, something like that. That's just blatant racism, bro. I'm not like. I mean, I ain't gonna say I can see the sitting down using it, but this is something like that's gonna take 2 seconds. I'm about to go use the bathroom. I can't even use the bathroom.
Yeah.
I can see if we was about to sit in here for 5 hours or something. You like,
And I can understand if they, I'm not trying to diss homeless people or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But if a person looks homeless, then you don't want a homeless guy camping out in the bathroom. But I mean, if this just looks like a regular, tax-paying citizen that needs to relieve themselves, go ahead, let them relieve themselves. It's just the
Because
bathroom.
you know what I'm saying? You never know. Somebody might have to go real bad before they buy something. You can't. Plus, once I buy something, I'm not trying to take it in the bathroom.
Then people I think are conscious of the places you can go into to use the bathroom for free. Not like you're not gonna go into
hair salon or something.
Yeah.
Use the bathroom.
you know what I'm saying? You go to a Starbucks, a 7-Eleven, a place like that. I think they were just doing too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't support Starbucks after that.
Damn.
I'm calling for the boycott of Starbucks.
It was already too expensive for me.
I've never had anything from Starbucks though. Ever.
Nah,
Never.
The only time I had Starbucks was when I was in school, and that's because they gave us like campus cash. Yeah.
But that's just not my type of stuff. Like I don't like no coffee flavor stuff. I don't like no mocha flavor stuff. I don't like nothing warm. I don't like drinking nothing warm. Tea, hot chocolate.
Yeah, but I wouldn't like just cast Starbucks as a whole and say like this is a racist organization.
That's two in a row though. Two in 1 week.
Yeah, but what I will say is don't spend your business nowhere where you feel like you're not wanted. Period. Whether it's a Starbucks, it don't matter. It can be a regular restaurant. It could be a McDonald's that these people always cut into you.
You had a time where something like that happened to you before?
Man, plenty time, bro.
Yeah.
Plenty time.
Plenty time.
Especially in the South.
Yeah, the South. I mean, where I was at in the South, it was a black. I was in like the Detroit of Mississippi, so it was.
But you go a little bit out, then you right here.
Yeah, we ain't really do that, but.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Y'all have nothing specific though? Like,
I don't think I can think of nothing off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of times where I felt like I was getting profiled, and I probably did say something, but I was probably just like, "Fuck it, I probably ain't raised."
I remember one time I had went to a store in the mall in Nashville called Green Hills Mall. It was like a little fancy mall, and I'm shopping for clothes or whatever. And the security guy, I see him, you know, staring at me or whatever. He walked up to me, he say, "Can I help you?" I was like, "Yeah, you got this in extra large." He was like, "Do it look like I work here?"
That's what
like,
he said?
"Yeah, do I look like I work in the store?" I said, "No, so I don't know why you asked me, can you help me?"
Right.
Because I already knew what tip he was on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Do
just,
that, bro. Catch me if you catch me, bro. Don't kind of prevent me from doing something that you think I might do. Like,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? But that was just one little experience. Like, you're a security guard. You asked me, can you help me? You know what I mean? What do you mean?
Is it like I need some security? Yeah, it's a lot of that goes on, though, man. I know I've experienced it. I just can't think on
Pinpoint it, yeah. Because it's little small straps you actually have all the time.
And a lot of times
Like,
people don't even realize they're doing that. Like, people don't even realize that they profiling or they doing that. It's just like their nature to just come at you in a way. And then they might take a step back like, damn, why did I do that?
Oh, that's funny because I think Starbucks shut down for a day to do like
they're gonna do it in May.
a nationwide something put up by the NAACP.
Yeah,
like some type of training.
Yeah, like racist sensitivity training type thing. Yeah, that's good though. You know what I'm saying? At least the CEO was making efforts. He didn't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you think about it, and it was funny because I seen this on Instagram. They had like a map of Detroit, and they had all the Starbucks. And then they circled them, and they said it's all in the gentrified downtown. You don't see none in the hood. You know what I mean?
Starbucks.
Right.
Huh?
Ain't nobody going to Starbucks.
Because it's too expensive.
Right.
You know?
So I was doing.
Huh?
So I threw one.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But they were basically saying, you know,
but not even that. I don't even think that's too expensive. I just don't think that's a big thing in that community, like coffee type thing. Like,
I don't know.
I feel like
Because they got Tim Hortons in the hood.
Yeah, but Tim Hortons Tim Hortons a little different than Starbucks, is it?
I think they sell more breakfast
That's
sandwiches.
what I'm saying. I think
And they pretty much the same though. And they sell donuts too.
Yeah, that's why I think it's a little bit different. Starbucks just got, to me, it's just got
that bougie type feel.
It's like when you think Starbucks, what you think? Me, I'm thinking
business. I think
I ain't
business.
thinking business. I'm thinking white girls and
corporates.
White girls and Uggs with they friends. They all getting the same thing. They all, you know what I'm saying? High school. When we was at high school, all the girls was coming in with that. So that's where I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but see, that's more the reason. Like the CEO, he didn't have to.
He
close it down. He could be like, we're gonna do good without black people.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying?
Probably, but I think they taking a lesser hit by doing that, paying for that. Shut down for
shout out to the CEO though. At least he's making an effort. You know,
versus
like I said, he didn't have to do nothing.
What happened with H&M? He wasn't trying to have.
That was horrible.
None of that. So.
But really, the only thing I can fit at H&M is their t-shirts.
That's all I get.
I mess with H&M, man.
I get a plain tee.
Cause I mean H&M is like the male Forever 21. Like before Forever 21 was the first, right?
You said what?
Forever 21 came out first?
I think so.
Yeah.
I used to be mad, like, why is there not no store like that for dudes, bro? Because think about it, that's what I don't like about male and female clothing.
Some dudes ain't even up on Forever 21.
They not. But because previously as a male, you had, if you wanted to be cool or you know what I'm saying, whatever, you had to have some name brand stuff. You had to have name brand shirt, name brand hat, name brand shoes. Now you don't.
Don't matter though.
Now you
really
don't.
don't.
You know what I'm saying?
People start
really, it's more of a minimalist style now to come out with. You don't know what kind of shirt I got. You don't know
what type of denim this is. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before it was, I have my whole leg. You see Ibizu on my junk. You got to put. You know what I'm saying? But even still though, as a female can go out to the club with
her outfit is $25.
Shoes included. Dude, shoes, we already at $150 if you want to have some, you know what I'm saying, something decent. $150 off rip. Then you get to the pants. You want to have some decent shoes. Decent pants. At least $60. At least $60.
Yeah.
So,
shirt $25, $30.
Yeah.
At minimum.
And then girls be so quick to call a dude bummy cheap. I'm like, bro.
You don't understand.
Yeah, for me to have a good wardrobe compared to you, like, unless y'all just got hella designer shoes and bags and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you just one of them regular H&M Forever 21 shopping chicks,
you know,
y'all ain't spending nothing for the club. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all getting the club free. Y'all getting drinks bought for a lot of time. It's a lot more expensive to be a dude to me. I mean, in that aspect, but girls do be having to get their hair done.
I would say because haircuts only $20.
Yeah, and if they want to get their weave and makeup and you know what I'm saying, but that's all I'm saying.
And you know, that brings us to another point. Like, did you guys notice kind of like a change in the culture from like when we were in high school to like wherever we got out? Cause remember growing up, people like to wear the Rockaware, the G Unit,
baggy.
and these was all like the black-owned businesses type brands. And then like towards the end of high school is when that True Religion came out, and now people want to wear Louis and Gucci belts and type of stuff, and like the black business, like black clothing business, kind of fell off a little bit like that.
No, it fell off for sure. And
For
I don't know the reason why, honestly. I mean, I think it has. I think it has to do with.
It's just the culture.
Yeah, I mean, everybody that dresses in that way, I think they get their style from hip hop actors, rappers, entertainers.
Rappers the one that led that.
Cause, you know, Jay-Z saw Rockaware. He's not wearing Rockaware no more. You don't really see Diddy and Sean John. Sean John's still going though, but
Yeah.
you don't really see nobody in it. And you know, Fat Farm they stopped.
G Unit style.
The unit stopped. So I think, but the reason that it stopped, I guess, because it's not
People
selling.
buying.
People ain't buying.
But I don't know the reason why people wasn't. I mean, but their prices was kind of high for
What they had.
what they was.
I think maybe
think
they
about
started
it,
getting cheaper. That's why people stopped wearing it. You think so?
I don't think because
Remember
I think,
like when Foreman Mills came out?
I think when the change came is when Wiz came out. Wiz was talking about Levi's and Chucks, and I'm wearing a plain tee that's $15. My Levi's is $35. My Chucks is $35. And
the Levi's
Wiz
started
is a new fresh
skyrocketing
artist,
stuff.
bro. Skyrocketing after that.
Because
But
Levi's used to be $20, $30. Now it's $60.
You know what I'm saying? So I was coming to school fresh off the Levi's and the Chucks
Yeah.
and a Walmart T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? With some
Crispy,
cartoons
right,
on
yeah,
it.
crispy.
Crispy. Spent $70.
Yeah.
Before it was just $70 for some Rockaware pants or a Rockaware hoodie or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think that was really the start of the change. But then it kind of changed again to like the more high fashion.
True Religion.
Yeah. But I never was into that. I ain't never had a pair of Trues. Never
I had a couple pair, but I had got on that a little late because I couldn't fathom. Yeah, I didn't like the big stitching. Big stitching was corny to me, but I couldn't fathom the $200-$300 for some jeans. I just couldn't.
I still can't even.
I couldn't
I don't even
fathom
want to pay that for no shoes. I think maybe I paid for shoes like $250, and that was just on some. I got some money, so I'm gonna take care of myself right now. But like, I'm not into paying a lot for stuff. Bro.
The only high end brand I would say I would support that's like in the hundreds, 150, 200 is like Coats. I think.
I was about to say I
got Coats. They're denim. Like you can actually tell like this is a better product. You know what
I'm paying
saying?
like $150 for some jeans.
Yeah, that's how much I bought mine for. Like those is like better quality.
For some embellished jeans.
You know?
But I've had success with with the Levi's and the Chucks, so I'm like, bro, I'm not about to. Like I done seen dudes in the whole True Fit, the whole, and they be bumming at me. Like I'm not about to go down to that to feel like I need to be cool to wear that. Like,
I like the way the clothing culture is starting to switch now because now it don't matter what.
Yeah.
Denim is denim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, because to know what you got, you got to get up all up on somebody. The brands aren't putting their names all up on everything like they used to. Like you, like I think I ain't gonna say Kanye might have been the first to do it, but Kanye was coming out with tees that ain't had no name on it. $200 tee, no name on it. So it's easy to replicate that.
Yeah.
You don't know if that's a Kanye's heel, if that's a Hanes.
I'm all about the quality of it. If it's quality and it's $20, I'll rock it. If it's $150, I'll rock it.
Only thing I care about the name about is my shoes. I'm not about to wear no cheap shoes.
And then really, you know, and I was talking to my mom about this the other day, cause at my old job I was talking to somebody and they asked me how much I paid for my shoes. I was like, you know, like $150. They was like, well, I've never paid. I'm like, if you a man, men's shoes is $100 and up.
Well, I mean, but that goes back to how they talk about you see a rich white man and he be wearing some $20 shoes, $20 jeans, a plain white T-shirt or something.
People say that, but I'm not totally sold on that. You know, cause
I ain't gonna say a rich white man, but I've seen a lot of white men just be wearing basic, you know what I'm saying, dad shoes,
Levi's,
you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And I don't know what they.
Cause some of them be having button ups and they button ups be $100.
Yeah, but another thing as an adult though, your clothing, your clothing adds up over years. Like it's not, you're not really changing your style. So you know what I'm saying. My dad, he don't buy clothes all the time, but his closet is full of stuff because he's just accumulating stuff over the years.
Yeah.
Now with us, it's like stuff changes so quick. We can't just accumulate stuff and just be good. Like you know what I'm saying. Stuff I had 2 years ago, I'm not wearing because it's not.
Like a buffoon.
You look crazy.
I can't put these
So
on.
I think that's another thing. Once you get older, your clothing repertoire just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and you don't really need to add stuff to your stuff. You might need to add a couple shoes here, but like
go get a new shirt.
Then too, like once you start like with a career or working or whatever, depending on what your work uniform is, what you wearing other than
Monday
that.
through Friday.
Monday through Friday,
You
you
might
wear the
have
same thing.
2 days worth of outfits, nigga, on the
Exactly.
weekend.
So I be looking at my car like, I don't be wearing none of this stuff. You know?
like me, I'm always at work. Like that's why I ain't gonna lie, for like a whole year, I ain't buying no new shoes, I ain't buying no new jeans, cause it wasn't worth it. I wasn't going nowhere.
On the weekend,
Like,
like,
I would go somewhere on the weekend, but
Jeans and a t-shirt.
I mean, I already got enough. I got some stuff that I can look good in over the weekend if I
Right.
want to.
Yeah,
Like, that's another thing. I keep good care of my stuff.
yeah, me too.
Like, I don't run down my shoes. I don't run down my jeans or nothing. Like, I got J's that I bought 2-3 years ago that I wear often that still look new. Like, it ain't like I'm just collecting dust in my closet. I wear them often, but I know how to walk in my shoes. I know, I know, you know what I'm saying? I know how to take care of myself. A lot of people, they get some new J's. Like, when I used to stay in the zoos, dude, I used to stay with, he got some new J's 3-4 months, they threw. Like, how? I don't even
Take
understand
them to the
that. I go to the club with my J's too, though. So
Then too, like you say, you gotta know how to walk.
yeah, you gotta know how to, but you just gotta know how to take care of yourself, bro. So I think
Yeah.
that's another thing that people do that they just spend their money foolishly, waste their money on shoes, run them down, go get some new ones, run them down.
You ever been a Louis Gucci belt type of guy? I always remember that.
No, I've had in the past. I've had one.
Yeah.
I ain't paid full price for it though, but I have. But no, I mean, you know that ain't.
For me, I always say like belts break too much to have a belt that expensive. At least for me, 'cause I'm a big nigga, you know. So.
I mean, I don't. My belt's not gonna be showing that much.
That's all
That
good.
much on it.
Niggas be going out
That
the way
too,
to make sure
that
they
too,
belt
yeah.
showing, nigga. I'm like, and it be a little ass little Versace. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand if you dress up a lot and you
Nah, that's
wanna wear some
different.
shirts
That's
like that,
different, 'cause
you
that-
want to have a
yeah.
nice. You know what I'm saying? A
Mhm.
belt. I can understand that if you dress up like all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might want to have a nice belt. That you-
even
that you-
even not
that you
all the time.
splurge
Even
on.
well,
Or often. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
I don't dress
If
up
you have a
often
beat, yeah, I was
at
saying,
all,
you gotta-
so, you know what I'm saying? There's no reason for me to go spend $300 on a belt that I'm gonna
wear
be
once,
covered
once
up
a
with,
month.
be covered up with a t-shirt. Or I'm not gonna spend $300 on a belt and my pants are $50.
Yeah, that's that.
That's ass
That
bad.
like when that whole crave started coming in, like not even the Gucci belts. The Gucci belts weren't that expensive. They was like $150, but them $500 Louis belts and Fendi belts and that type of stuff. And I would look at people like, bro, your belt is $300. Your Louis belt's $500. Your jeans are $50. You can buy 10 of those with
But
that
it really
belt.
don't even be having to do with the gear. That's what people be getting wrong. People think you gotta have the gear to get the
How
girls.
you put it all together.
Yeah, bro, you can have. I done seen dudes that have some exclusive J's, like $500 J's, some terrible pants, terrible. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know how to put it together.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no haircut. You ain't got. You know what I'm saying? You ain't taking
What?
care of stuff. Like you gotta. It's gotta be a whole. You gotta pay attention to the
Kids.
details. Pay attention to the details. Get your hair cut. You know what I'm saying? Don't have no dirty ass fingernails. Don't be. You know, some dirty ass neck. Like,
Yes,
But that be like the kids, like this
Yeah,
generation,
bro.
the kids coming up, like, I ain't gonna knock the nappy fro, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause it fits some people, but you know, just cause you got a fro don't mean you don't gotta comb it, don't mean you don't gotta wash it. Yeah, for me, like, if I don't got a cut, it ain't even no point in stepping out and trying to get all fresh.
That's
Like,
me, bro.
it throw off the
Yeah,
whole
throw it
thing.
all off,
Throw
bro.
everything
a
off.
lot of
I'm
times.
feeling the same.
A lot of times,
Exactly.
if you trying to get some girls might not even get to see your whole outfit. They might just, if you at the bar, they're on the other side of the bar, they can only see you from up here.
Exactly.
They see your beard all messed up, your hair all messed up. They, you know what I'm saying? They don't even care to see what you got on. Plus, I mean, me, I'm like a totally different person when I got a cut. I ain't gonna say totally different, but like,
Yeah.
No,
It's
what
night
would
and
be
day.
funny is I be telling people like, man, I'm feeling like I gotta make it to the shop. They're like, what's wrong?
yeah.
I'm like, I just don't feel
No,
right.
I know, I know,
Clean don't feel clean.
Yeah, a lot of
Even if
people
you
be like,
don't
"Man, you
notice it,
look
bro.
fine, you look fine."
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, even if you,
No.
I know.
yeah, I know. You just saying. You
I
just
need
talking
to
about.
cut.
Cause
I'm saying you say that now, but watch when I get the cut, then you like, okay,
Yeah,
you
you right. You did need a haircut.
All right, so let's get past that. Y'all want what y'all think about the Meek Mill case, man? I think that's just crazy. How the judges doing that situation.
Yeah, because at first I was kind of like, well, I mean, if he got violated, he got violated. I mean, he should have did what he's supposed to do, but it's too excessive now. You know what I mean?
But I mean,
2
the
years.
violation wasn't even no real violation. Though. It was
Yeah,
like
it's just a weak technical
technicality.
violation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
technicality. Like one, he was somebody asked for a picture and he didn't want to give a picture, and the dude ended up snuffing his homeboy, and police came. So,
And I think
that's
with
a
a,
technical violation.
I think with a person like that, if whoever's probation officer is, you need whoever the supervisor or somebody high up, man, just get this dude's tour schedule. add it to your schedule so you know where he's going. Just let him go. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, he's a rapper.
Yeah.
He makes his living by going to shows and stuff like that.
The judge handpicked his probation officer.
That's not even appropriate.
Right. The judge
I was
handpicked his
gonna say,
probation officer.
It's like conflict of interest. You know?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that.
No, it's so many conflicts of interest.
He was
Like, okay, this is another conflict of interest. They already said the judge hired a lawyer to protect against them, all the claims they're making against her or whatever. So they're like, how is she still making decisions on Meek Mill and she's protecting herself? Like, she's, you know what I'm saying? You going at it against me, but I'm still making decisions for you. Like, yeah, you gonna go to jail. Like, you already feel a way about me.
Mm-hmm.
So we need a new judge right now.
You said we need to do
It's just so hard. You know, judges is elected officials, so it's so hard to get them fired, to get them
Yeah, I mean,
moved
not
off.
even fired, just move.
give me another.
I need a new
Yeah.
judge.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
the
I'm
prosecutor,
trying to
DA, and his attorney all say this case should be dropped. They all in agreement.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, okay, we'll talk about it in 2 months. Go back to jail.
And the thing I didn't know that like the case he got caught for was the case. Remember, I don't think it was on any of his album covers when he was really beat up. He had
Yeah.
braids. He was beat up. I didn't know that was interrelated.
And then what they
Come on
said
now.
happened was the dude said Meek Mill pulled a gun out. And the other officer that was there said that didn't happen, whatever. But that came out later. But anyway, they said the dude, they ended up arresting Meek Mill out of there, taking him into an abandoned house, and beating the shit out of him,
Mm-hmm.
and then took him to jail. Like, on some,
That's fine.
yeah. But, I mean, so now the dude that arrested him is,
I think he in prison.
yeah, he got caught lying on the stand. He was on a list of corrupt cops. So, you should throw the case out. And they said it was 90-something people that got affected by that officer.
Mm-hmm.
They said 89 of them went to court on a Friday to get their cases dismissed. The only person that didn't go was me.
Yeah, they should let that man out.
Yeah. Go ahead, let that man out. At the end of the day, is he a threat to the community?
But that's the thing, though.
Come on,
Since I was arrested 10 years ago, and now look at my life, I've done nothing but go up. So how can you?
Millionaire.
How are you on
Yeah.
probation alone? That's
Probably one of the highest taxpayers in Philly.
Dude,
You know what I'm saying?
Then they see the people that's backing them, like the governor, the
The
mayor,
owners
the
of
owners
the
of the
teams.
Sixers, the nigga Robert Kraft backing him. Robert Kraft went to go visit him in prison.
I wasn't feeling that.
Why? But they said they cool though. Like, cause I seen when Meek was out, he was with Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft had a Dream Chaser chain on.
The Mike Rubin, the Sixers owner, I mess with that. I mess with the governor doing it, and the mayor, the Robert Kraft. No, I just think that's a little phony because you the same dude. You best friends with Donald Trump. You support Trump.
Yeah.
Trump was just talking about how he thinks drug dealers and stuff should get the death penalty. I mean, you can't play both sides of the fence.
I'm saying you can't.
You know
But
what I'm
wrong is
saying?
wrong though.
Robert Kraft wasn't supporting Kaepernick when he was kneeling.
Yeah, but I'm not
brutality and
saying
stuff
that.
like that.
I'm not saying Robert Kraft is an upstanding man or outstanding. But I'm saying if he supports him, he supports. I can't say what would be his reason to support it. Is my thing.
I don't know, probably to appeal to black people or something. I don't know. I think that's a little phony. Bro.
I think it would be safer to appeal to black people by doing something with Kaepernick versus going to prison.
He
to
need to do
visit
that.
somebody
He
in
needs to
prison.
do that because ain't no reason Kaepernick shouldn't have no job.
That's true too. That's
Ain't no reason. That's a whole nother ball game right there. Like how they blackballing him,
Yeah.
they doing him so bold. Be a free McMill though.
Free Meek, man. When he do come home, just know there's gonna be the craziest party wherever he at. Philly gonna be going crazy.
They gonna win the Super Bowl all over again. Though.
It's gonna be a parade in the streets. But what y'all think about I know we were talking earlier about the marijuana stigma or because I was watching TV or watching ESPN and they got a segment on weed in sports. And a lot of former athletes saying that they smoked, and they saying they believe the owners smoked, they believe the coaches.
Oh, you seen the Bleacher Report one?
Yeah.
That mug was funny.
I didn't watch it. I seen like the commercial for it.
Yeah, I watched it. One dude said he was a D lineman. He's played like the Chiefs and the Titans. He was saying he smoked 2 blunts for every game.
Oh yeah, I seen that headline, but I didn't see who it was. That's a lot.
I
Though,
don't know.
too.
He said but it wouldn't be like right before the game. He said I'll wake up, Chief, go eat breakfast, spend some time
But
with
they
his
big. He a
family.
big dude too, though. So
Yeah.
it affect him.
Then he said he'll get in the car, blow,
I used to-
ride around all the bad, whatever team he's playing for, he'll ride around the bad neighborhoods, reflect,
Yeah.
get focused. be
He got a whole routine.
Yeah, no, because they had asked me, like, what was your routine? He said, I get focused, be thankful for how far I've gotten, then I get out there. Everybody else like, we ain't never got on the field and play under the influence. He was like, well, I was a D lineman. It's either you go left or you go right. You know?
Pretty simple.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a kind of a sticky situation because you don't want people out there on the court just zombies, just, you know what I'm saying, real high or whatever. But
because everybody handle their drugs.
yeah, everybody handle it different, and I think a lot of people would just become followers and just doing it because everybody else is doing it.
And some people got addicted behavior and they let that junk sink.
Yeah. So I think it's kind of a iffy situation. I don't think they should test for it.
I was about to say that the testing. I
think the
failing
test-
that should just be something different.
I don't think the league should
Yeah.
test. I think the team should be able to and let them handle it internally. Like, like say for example, the coach is like, you know, I don't want nobody on the team smoking or whatever. Then he might smoke. All right, well, you gotta run this many laps in practice. You handle it internally. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't affect their paychecks and it shouldn't impact. Or like even if it did affect their paychecks, so how about you find them, make them put $100 in the pot?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You test positive, $100 in the pot. And like say if you had a guy that was always smoking and testing positive, all right, well, yeah, you just donated $5,000 to this local charity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think the league should.
Like they might
should
just
test
deal
it.
with that though. It had to be something.
Because they got too much.
They got too much money.
But then that's the catch though, because it still helps
Yeah.
a charity or something like that. Like, you know, and like I said, if it's up to a coach, so if the coach is like, well, if y'all want to smoke, then every time you test positive, you got to donate $100, and then it's $50,000 pot every month. You know what I'm saying?
So okay, that's as how weed is right now. What if weed becomes 100% legal across the United States?
Man, you can't be tested for it no more, man. That's
So how you feel about jobs? Because I heard that like in places like California or Colorado, they still can turn you down for having that test positive for that.
I think that's whack.
I think
that's kind of getting caught up in a technicality or some shit.
I think that's right too. Because how you gonna
But I
hire
think,
me for something that's legal?
I think just for that reason, they don't want people at work blow, not being
Yeah, but
not
it's
talking to
legal.
customers.
I think it is up to the employers, just like I think the league should be up to the coaches. I mean, at the end of the day, if it's your business, it's a private business.
Yeah, because I've seen some jobs that allow you to smoke in the building. Like
In like Colorado and stuff.
I don't know where it's at, but I seen like it's like that's where they
You can smoke weed.
yeah you can smoke weed like in the building.
Because at the end of the day, weed ain't no worse than alcohol. Because it's people that go to work, maybe not
I think
drunk,
it's-
but
I think alcohol is worse.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it is.
Alcohol is worse. Weed ain't-
One, you can become real addicted to it. I don't know if you can become real addicted to weed.
I think you can be addicted to anything, for real.
I think
I don't think
I
you
think
can
you
be
can be. I
chemically
think you
addicted.
yeah, I think you can be addicted to weed, but I think you can be chemically addicted to alcohol.
Mhm.
And it definitely has a bigger effect on you than weed.
Yeah. Because you think about it, you drink a whole fifth of alcohol or something, you're going to be like, you might get poisoned. You're going to be through. You can't, your equilibrium is messed up.
And
Somebody get real
and
high, your
you
equilibrium
can't
not going to be
function,
messed up.
You can't function.
Yeah.
Like if you're too drunk, you can't do things. You can't work. You can't drive. You can't have a good conversation. If you're too high, you know what I'm saying. You're just gonna be looking stuck. You're not. You know what I'm saying. You're gonna be moving
Yeah.
slow, things like that. But you could still. If you needed to drive, you could drive. You needed to talk to somebody, you could talk. It may not be the best conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. But you can still function. But if you drink too much, it's a wrap.
It's
Like,
a wrap.
There's nothing you can do, bro. There's nothing you can do. You can't.
You're more aggressive too.
It's a certain time that has to take place for you to get over that. Nothing you can
And
do.
I think too, marijuana is probably the only drug that, you know, in certain situations, your high can get blown like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you drunk, you can get in a car accident. When you get out, you still gonna be drunk.
Yeah.
You high, you get in a car accident or something like that, you
No, I mean, well,
You
sometimes you kind of sober up a little bit if you're drinking and something happens.
I think it depends on how much.
It don't, nigga, when you high, you snap out of that shit like damn.
Because a conversation with somebody may totally just
Yeah.
blow your high. And yeah, man, I ain't even high no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your stance? You say, and what about the work? And work, if weed was legal across the country, would you
Let them blow.
Let them blow?
Let them blow.
But okay, so depending on what your job, like say you were a
I think
construction.
it depends on the company. It's up to them.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's certain jobs. It's certain jobs that you can't.
I just say you
what my
can't.
police officer doing. I don't want to fire.
I don't think you should not get hired. Not get hired.
Yeah, I think like you can't work
I
I mean,
think
you can't
the drug
smoke.
test shouldn't be for marijuana.
like during business hours or like while you at work or something like that.
Yeah, it should be like alcohol.
Yeah,
I don't think you should test for something that's legal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're not testing for alcohol.
Right. But you can go home and drink all.
You know what I'm saying? You could come to the drug test drunk and still get your job because you only tested for drugs.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they should test for marijuana if it's legal, or even if you got a weed card. Because you know what I'm saying, it's not legal in Michigan, but it's medically legal.
Yeah, I think it should be up to private.
Well, that's another thing though. If I use it for medical use and I'm at work, I need my medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So you think what in that case?
You gotta go take
But I don't
lunch.
think nobody just needs it like that though.
Some people do. I think some people do. They be like just like cigarettes. Like niggas need to go
But you
smoke.
don't need that, bro.
Maybe they do, bro. I don't know.
You can survive.
You can probably survive, just not.
But I'm talking about like medicine though. Like I need
You gonna
my
pass out?
pills.
Because some people get it prescribed because of their anxiety and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's a sticky situation. No pun intended.
Cigarettes are free, so even if you just go do that shit.
What?
Like medicine, you ain't gotta go nowhere to take your medicine. Like people just, like it's accepted in society, so you just go outside and smoke.
On that,
I don't think you do that if they let weed go out, they wouldn't just, hey, you gotta go sit in your car or something.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna let you just
on
post
that,
outside.
on that NFL special, they were talking about they created a way. I guess it's called CBD or something like that. They're like pills, and you get the medicinal effects of marijuana, but it's without the psychological effects. You know what that means? I'm not sure. I don't know what that how that makes you feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they said, like some NFL players have been doing that and stuff too. So it's like you're not gonna be mentally high, but whatever impact it has on like with pain and stuff like that, then it will help. I don't know. I always thought all that stuff would work together.
Yeah.
But yeah, guess that's some deep scientific type
They
stuff.
be able to pull stuff out and put stuff in. But that's when it's getting too much for me though. Like I want my stuff natural.
And I think if they make it legal across the country, like for recreational use, I think it would be
real
like
crazy
that.
shit gonna come.
Yeah, because then all these $1 billion companies and stuff like just like how they did tobacco and stuff like that, they gonna be buying all that stuff up, and they gonna be the ones serving you. You know what I'm saying? Or
But look, think
they hand out
about
the
this.
license.
If they do make it legal across the country, or even in the states that it is legal, do you think before it was legal, the people that was arrested for that should get out, or get they stuff released?
They should, but they not.
Yeah,
I think they should.
I think they should too.
Yeah, they should, but they not.
Like trafficking charges, possession charges.
Now, do you think that like the whole black market aspect of selling weed would stop if they made it
I don't think that'll ever
legal
stop.
across?
I
You don't think so?
I don't think it ever stops.
Because they'll just sell it cheaper. That would be your.
It's always gonna be a
that would
hustle.
be your,
Hustle made.
Who's gonna sell it cheaper?
The people that's selling it.
Black market?
Yeah.
You think that they'll sell it cheaper than like a Walmart?
Yeah.
We don't sell weed at Walmart.
I'm saying if they make it legal across,
But well, yeah, they would have to. What would be? Because you know what I'm saying. Think about it.
you know Walmart and them companies gonna jump on that.
They gonna sell that
That's
shit on
money
Amazon. Nigga, that shit become legal.
Feel me? That's say that.
No,
Just like pills and stuff.
Cali, you can order that thing online and they'll deliver it to you.
I heard they had vending
Like
machines.
in 2 hours. Within 2 hours.
You can't do that here. Like what's weed maps and stuff?
They
It's
use
show you
that.
where it's at.
No,
I think they. It might not be weed maps, but I think
that's
that's.
But no, but in
That's how
Cali,
they
in
sell.
Cali, you got. I mean, here you gotta have a card to do it. In Cali, anybody that's over 18 can do it.
Okay. Nah, I got that here, but yeah, you know Walmart gonna put their bid in.
Shit,
So imagine going to Sam's Club, how they got like that cage with all the tobacco.
They don't even do their sales like no more.
Sam's Club,
I don't think so.
but like
But what I'm
shit,
saying
I
is,
don't
you know, they
know.
gonna tax on that stuff. Like, if a company is selling it, they're not gonna sell it for the low.
That's
price.
one. Yeah, that's one
Tax
thing
it.
they're gonna do.
And weed doesn't cost a lot to make, so that's why I feel like it would still be sold in the black market. If it don't cost a lot to make, and these places are taxing it, we're gonna sell it for lower.
yeah, we don't know, but like my thing is because this is part of the reason that I think they were talking about trying to make it legal is whoever is the people growing it in bulk and stuff like that. 'Cause you know, you always might have a person that's has their own little grow operation and stuff like that, but the people that's growing it in bulk, those $1 billion companies gonna come buy that junk up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or just offer them a better price for it.
But if the businesses are smart, they wouldn't take it though.
Talking about like the growers and stuff.
Yeah, because they could, you know what I'm saying.
Do it themselves.
Yeah.
But would you want to take that risk?
They
No.
already doing it.
Hmm?
They already doing it.
But see, would you want to take that risk? This okay? You can either get down, like say I'm Walmart. You can either get down with Walmart, and I'll give you $1 billion to let
You
you
They already
can
made
take
it.
Buy
you
you
can
up.
take
Already
bill,
made
yeah,
it.
you can take whatever.
and then or
Ever.
look, bro. Hey, look. I'll give you $1 billion, or you can try to make that $1 billion on your own. But if the feds catch you, we arresting you.
Why?
I was about to say it's legal now.
But I'm sure when they legalize stuff like that, you know they're gonna still have licenses and stuff like that. Just like liquor licenses. I can't sell liquor out of my house. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying, I think if
The
you doing that
growers.
big of a operation, you would go the right way to get the license and stuff for the most part. You wouldn't try to keep.
And that's when politics come into play. Because it's like, you know, it's politics behind that shit. Like, if Walmart is, look, you know, you're supposed to just be able to apply for a license. Just like a liquor license or whatever, like that. But if you saying, yeah, I'll apply for this, but, here's a little $500,000 or $500 million on the side, you know. That's just sinister, but, you know, we'll see. I think that big decision's going to come up soon. Probably in the next 5 years.
Yep. But all right, let's go into. All right, so yeah, the Cavs, they all have matching suits. They supposedly LeBron water for everybody. That shit or lit?
I'm gonna go with lit.
Think lit?
I'm gonna go with lit, cause them niggas been fucking around, man. So maybe Brown was like, all right, man, you look good, you play good. Again, I think they did lose after that anyway.
They playing right now too. Well, are they playing right now?
Yeah,
So this is the second time they got some new suits.
Yeah, they got some all blacks now. The first time it was all gray.
Well, that's where they fucked up. They need the black suit.
Yeah, I think it's lit. I don't know. I seen my man's tweet. He a LeBron fan, so he's like, hell yeah, he got them all matching suits. Now they all looking like the LeBrons. I don't know. As one of their players, I'm like, I don't know if I really want to come in here
matching suit.
with not even the matching suit, but the suit that LeBron wears. Like now we all the LeBrons, like he said.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's the leader. That can't nobody.
Yeah, he's a leader, but we still grown ass man. We still. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we ain't sponsored by LeBron.
Basically, that's what that is.
For that guy, he didn't do it all season.
I know, but for that man, we kind of sponsored by LeBron.
I think it's lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested to know what was the mindset.
Yeah.
Like, what was the philosophy behind it? Like, was it kind of the
I would have liked
get
it if
everybody
he-
focused? Like, look, bro, we
I would've
quit
liked it.
BSing. Y'all gonna come here
It's a-
professional.
it's
This
a
is your
business
job.
trip, bro, yeah.
We trying to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? Or was it just, you know? Because like I said, Isaiah Thomas had commented under the pictures like, you know, I had got fitted for them suits. Where mine at? You know what I'm saying? So did this occur months ago? Was it planned ahead or what was it?
I think it would have been tight if they just said we all gonna dress up, or you know, what I'm saying we all gonna wear gray suits. But just the fact that they was kind of provide. As a man, I was just like, what nigga? But I mean, I would have wore it.
I also think it's to be uniform is one thing too. So I don't think
But you know this.
Back to back games, though. How you feel about that? Back to back games.
But it's the NBA, though. This is professionals. Like, people know who the big money getters on the team is. Like, I'm sure when they go out to team dinners, I'm sure LeBron pays, bro. Like,
I don't know. I think
if I'm doing
that's
this,
what I'm saying.
hey, look,
But we
bro.
all get money, dog. At the end
Yeah,
of the day,
everybody dinner every time we go.
that's what I'm saying. So we
Look,
all get
look,
money.
if I'm on a team, I'm making-
why he ain't paying? That's what I'm saying.
You're right. If he there, he needs to pay.
If he not there, if he not there.
But look, though, if
But
I'm
you gotta get a
on
per
a team,
diem though for every day.
if I'm on a
Like
team and
$100
I'm
every
making,
day to
you know what I'm saying, $1 million, you know what I'm saying, we at some fancy ass restaurant, I'm a little rookie and shit. LeBron, you better be paying for this motherfucking shit.
Bro,
You got $300 million.
I listen to the NBA. What like they got these podcasts with different NBA players. So they get a per diem like $100 to eat. I think it's like it might be like $117 now. They get $117 to eat every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
not
don't
you know
know.
what I'm saying, not out their pocket. That's just the team's giving you that every day.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they get anybody at home. Like if it's like a home game type shit, but I know on the road they get that shit. So and they a lot of people say they be saving them. Like, that's some cheap
I
shit.
would too.
That's some cheap shit as an NBA.
If I'm not about to use my.
I think like
Some
you
of them- a lot of
saving
them got
for
chefs
the
and
whole
stuff,
year.
too.
How much you get? $5,000.
It's 5,000 more than I had before.
Or you make over. You make like.
It doesn't
$15,000
matter.
a game.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them have chefs and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of them are like
I
diet
was going to
plans.
say it.
I mean, I'm not gonna throw that bitch out.
No, I ain't gonna throw it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be penny pinching like, oh, I'm
I'ma eat.
because
I'ma eat.
trying to save my per diem.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
eat great every day just cause I got it. Like if I don't
Yeah.
use that shit, I don't use it. Eat
Alright.
that bitch up for
What
more.
about you ever heard of King Combs?
Yes.
King
Fuck
Combs,
the
Diddy
son.
son, but Diddy Jr.
Yeah.
Diddy Jr.
You think he shit or lit?
He lit, man. He got his daddy swag, man.
Yeah.
I see bright things, man.
I think he at some point he gotta branch off into his own though. He can't ride his dad way forever
Yeah.
because right now it's kinda like damn we just like Puppy 2.0.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Mini
It's
Diddy.
cool right
Yeah,
now. It's cool
but
right
I'm
now.
saying where you gonna go in the future, you gotta step into your own man. But I think right now is lit. I think he only like 19, maybe 19, 20, something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I think that's lit right now.
Yeah, I think it's lit. 'Cause I mean, at the end of the day, what lane could he make for himself? I mean, I know he's doing a little minor thing. Now he's trying to rap, but it's like,
What I'm saying,
Even in the
you
music,
yeah.
you doing the videos like your dad. You sound like just like your dad. You dancing like your
That's
dad.
what I'm saying. You can make your own lane with the music and not be in that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying. I can't think of some
I just
other
want-
people. Like, it's other people out there.
like
That,
Jaden Smith and.
yeah, he don't sound like that.
Red Run. What's Red?
No.
I didn't say he was wrong. I didn't say
wrong.
Diggy was on, bro. I don't know what happened to him.
I wasn't talking about. I
Oh,
wasn't
no,
talking about the
I
older.
thought you were talking about the older.
I was talking about
Older was ass.
He's trying, but he did something different.
Diggy was on.
Diggy was on, yeah. Diggy was cool.
But
I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, I don't know, but no, the other one, he was never on.
He was
The
ass.
only time people heard his songs was on the show.
Yeah, he
I used to
did
like
have
that.
like a group or something though. Like it was him and his boys and everything.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Garbage.
He was probably the least successful. Him and the youngest one was probably the least successful.
I don't think he's ever done anything.
I don't think he has either.
Who's the rest of
Ashley
the
Lynn- Ashley Lynn.
Ashley has little boy.
Ashley Lynn boy. All right. Y'all heard 6ix9ine song Gotti?
Yeah.
Have seen the video?
The video,
Shit or lit?
The song was cold. It was lit.
Lit.
I think 6ix9ine. I don't know about Gotti. I think it's different. He switched it up a little bit. So I think 6ix9ine just kind of lit right now. So I say lit.
What are you talking about the song?
Oh, the song?
I think the song is lit. I think it's one of his better songs.
No, it's not too. I like it just because it was a change of pace. So it's
Yeah, I like the change of pace.
Yeah.
The video was cool with him passing out the money and everything.
Yeah, I like that part. That could have been the whole video. I ain't like how he switched his face onto the girl.
Yeah, that was very awkward.
Yeah, that was weird.
That's a
Yeah.
young thug, John.
Did you see that reaction video where what's them dude's name? Zayas and you ever heard of them? The two dudes that we reviewing on,
Yeah.
they had watched it. My man had paused it right on the girl, but where you couldn't see the head. He's like, "What you gonna do with that?" He's like, "I'm gonna turn that up."
Oh, what?
But you can only see from here down.
Oh, he played it into his face.
That nigga was so mad, bro. That shit was funny. But
Tripping.
all right, so y'all say it's lit. So where are we at? Everything lit right now?
Everything lit.
Cardi B album, Invasion of Privacy lit.
I ain't listened to it, but
Oh yeah,
I rock with her whole
Success,
movement.
just the success of it is lit. You listen to it. I know Blair be bumping it every day.
It's lit. Not the whole thing. Not the whole thing.
He said, yeah.
But like, it's a couple songs on there. What's
No, you know exactly what song you like.
I don't.
Man. You know exactly.
Big head,
Nah,
I heard that one though.
shit, I can't think of that shit right now. That shit lit.
drip.
Like,
Drip,
yeah,
drip,
he
drip.
know exactly.
Drip,
He's talking
drip,
about
drip.
like he don't know.
Who, me?
No, hell, bro. He didn't requested that boy on the
I
bus.
did request that shit.
Play drip.
Yeah, but
Cardi B.
yeah, I ain't heard the album. I heard a couple songs, but I did. She did have the number one album in the country.
Y'all rock with her whole vibe, her whole movement.
That's lit. I don't like how they putting her up against Nicki. Like it can only be one person that's hot.
Yeah.
They always try to do that with females, man.
Yeah. I mean, but they just do that in general with anything. Though. Basketball, it can only be one good. It can only be one the best. It can only be one
the
the best rapper. You know what I'm saying?
But the best is that I mean. if you
But
say
when's the
it,
last
it's
time
one.
two female rappers made a song together, bro? Has it ever happened?
What you mean? I mean,
it
that's
has happened before.
Nicki
They was on
and-
Motorsport.
yeah.
But they wasn't on that song purposely together. They wasn't in the studio together and just stuff like that.
true.
You know, that was like a match.
Last minute.
Yeah. I'm talking about like a duet type, rapping type.
Raquel and what's that show that was on Netflix? That movie.
No,
Roxanne.
Roxanne and the other chick she was with. They made a song together.
Yeah, that's probably the last time.
All right, so Chloe and Tristan just had a baby together. What they name it? True.
True Thompson.
True or Truth?
True. True. True.
True. Shit or lit?
Shit.
Shit. Shit?
I don't
Why is it?
Why?
They
No,
always
it's
become
like
these
as a
stupid
name.
names,
As a
man.
name.
True. Yeah.
I'm glad they got a
Why?
healthy birth.
Actually, bro, I got a cousin named True.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I do that.
No offense, bro. I don't support that
Let's
name.
talk about that.
I don't support that name.
They put something in that family.
But do you think it's ironic that
That he be lying?
the baby that you have that after the cheating scandal is named True?
It's all good because it might not even be Tristan Thompson for real. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Maybe James Howard.
So we got one lit.
One shit.
No, we got all
I mean,
licks.
one shit. My bad.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
That was bullshit. Damn. What about Travis Scott and Kendall or Kylie Jenner had a baby? I think they named it Stormy.
That's lit. That's
Fuck with Stormy over True. I fuck with
Stormy
True
Scott?
over Stormy. I don't know.
Is that his
I don't
real
know.
last
I
name?
don't know if that's his real last name.
Stormy Scott.
They
Story
both, they
Scott.
both shit, bro.
What?
Stormy?
They both shit?
Yeah.
Or the
You
name?
don't like
I
the
thought
name
you were talking
Stormy?
about the people. I was
No,
like Travis
no,
Scott
no,
is
no.
lit.
Yeah,
You don't fuck with Travis Scott? Travis Scott
His shows be lit. I'll say that. His shows.
Like, his shows be
I
crazy.
went to a show.
But his songs
I ain't never been to one.
His
but
songs is
I
tight.
be
You ain't fucking with Antidote?
Never heard of it.
Hey, don't you open up that window?
Yes, that song get irritating.
You ain't fucking with Goosebumps, Butterfly Effect. Travis Scott lit. Anyways, shout outs, man. We want to get shout outs too.
Shout out to the DJ AJ Walker, man.
Shout out to AJ.
My dog
Walker,
Shine, man.
He
You did
held
your
it
thing, bro.
down on the bus for us on their way there and back, I believe. I think so.
I think so.
Mhm.
Who you got?
Me, just shout out to everybody that came out, fucked with us on the bus, at the club. I think everybody had a good night. All the feedback I got was good, so shout out to everybody, man.
I say shout out to the bus driver, man.
Yeah, big shout out to the bus.
Big shout out to the bus driver. He did his thing. His daughter came, hopped on the bus, man. He didn't even know she was getting on the bus. So he handled that well too, because you know a lot of dads might have tripped. No, hold up, you get back up in that car right now. So yeah, I think he handled that well. Shout out to my dog Mike. You know what I'm saying? He be messing with the brain. He be doing some camera work for us and he help us a lot. So I don't know if people know that, but Mike. Shout out to Mike.
Shout out to all the fellas that came out, you know what I'm saying, had the Henny on deck, you know what I'm saying. Didn't come in on no moosh and stuff, came in with their own, fixed their own bottles, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. That's real nigga stuff.
Yeah, man. We had a real good time. I appreciate everybody coming out. That's the second year people came out for my B-Day. You know, that's the third year. First year.
That was the first time I think I did something for my birthday, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
That's what I'm saying. The first time for me was when we was in the zoo and they broke the windows.
Oh yeah, that was
the first time. That was the craziest time. Last year was smooth. You know, we had a nice little time at the club. This year was lit. It was lit. We got some more stuff coming up too for the brand, like some more stuff that we're gonna get everybody involved in. It's gonna be some type of event. I ain't gonna give it away yet, but we got some good stuff coming in. And you know, if y'all was at the stuff, y'all see how we do our stuff. Everything is, we dot all our I's and cross our T's, so it's gonna be nice. So, fuck with us.
Oh, we also gave out some free hats and some free t-shirts.
Man.
So,
tag us if you got the stuff you wear it on the gram, on the snap, man. Tag us so people can see it. Keep supporting it. Showing everybody. Shout out to Dante too. Shout out to Dante and his girl for modeling for us. You know what I'm saying? That's the second time Dante modeled for us, so we appreciate that.
Most definitely.
But yeah, that's it. That's the first episode of the Culture Brand Podcast.
Wrap it up then.